Hi, I'm Anwar Khalif, a graduate master builder and this area's first master certified green professional. Back in 2008, the University of Texas at Tyler, at the inauguration of the new engineering building, the Dean of Engineering approached me and told me that he wanted, that they had just gotten a grant for a big grant from the government to build homes for indoor air quality and energy efficiency research. At the time, we'd been building Energy Star, but we were really concerned about building the really energy efficient, very healthy, because of the healthiness of the homes. So when the university approached me about that, I was all in, and I told them whatever I could do to help, I would be willing to help. So I started looking into it, and every time I'd mention these things, indoor air quality and energy efficiency, this word green kept coming up. So I looked into this process. What is this green building? And it is a system where you get points in different categories: design and preparation, in energy efficiency, indoor air quality, resource efficiency, global impact, customer education. And so in those categories, they have checklists and things that you can do, and that you get points for all the stuff that you do. So I looked through the checklist and saw what we were already doing, saw it was a low-hanging fruit, and we went ahead and started implementing that. So basically it's a point system, and the better you build a house, the more points you get. There's 4 levels. There's bronze, silver, gold, and emerald. Most of our homes inside of our subdivisions rate gold per the ANSI Green Building Standard. And when something cost money, we looked at it and made sure that it was a quick payback, like less than 5 years on major items, but most items we really were looking for a 3-year payback. So that's what we started to implement. And we started this back in 2008, about 7 years ago. And so we are really proud of what we're doing in our homes and the healthiness and the energy efficiency in our homes. One customer, was his first electric bill back in June, was $58 on a 2,400 square foot home. Another customer that had a home that was 2,000 square feet, he brought me a range of his electric bills over 15 months. Both gas and electric combined ranged over that 15-month period from $40 to $90. So, and all our customers are telling me how wonderful and how thankful they are for their energy bills being as low as they are in their homes. The other major thing, of course, is the indoor air quality aspect of green building, because those to us are the 2 most major components of green building, and we want to make sure those we get right. And in energy efficiency, actually, when you're looking at the National Green Building Standard, we actually rate emerald. We do the same for indoor air quality as well. So those are the 2 biggest components that we really pride ourselves in getting right in our homes. We took a filter out of a 2-year-old home, and it still did not need to be changed. And there's noticeably a lot less dusting and dirt in your home with our the way we build the home, because the infiltration is just not there for that dust to get into your home. So that's why you don't, that one air filter that we looked at after 2 years did not need to be changed. So it's really amazing. So people with allergies and asthma and that kind of stuff, our homes are really, really well suited for them, because again, there'd be a lot less triggers for those diseases like allergies and asthma that people may have in their home. I was in a home with some customers here a few days back, and the house had been on the market for a couple of months, and there was no dust in the house. I challenged the customer to get white gloves or do whatever they wanted to do to find me some dust in the home, and they were unable to find any dust in the home, because again, the filtration is right, the tightness of the house is right, where the stuff isn't coming in, and if it does come in, then it's caught in the air conditioning filters. So we really do a great job on indoor air quality. We just learned more. Prices that we couldn't afford to be putting in our homes before have come down. So now they're more affordable, and a good example of that over the last 7 years is LED lights. So before, an LED can light was nearly $200. Now they're $15 to $20. And that's a big change in pricing, where we can now afford to do all our homes in, that was our biggest hurdle to get over, is because we got everything else right, was lighting. But we were also in the business to make money, and we have to be competitive in the market. So we can't be doing a lot of things that we could just spend money on and not get it to come back, or the value is just not there for the customer. So now we're at a point where all our lighting in our homes, indoor and out, is either fluorescent or LED. For generally just the energy efficiency, let's look at that at first. You know, and all of this begins in the designing, right? So you're looking at where the windows are going to be placed. If you have a choice in two walls to put a bedroom window or any window, then you're looking for the aesthetics of the house, and then secondly, you're looking at the functionality and energy efficiency of that window, which wall would be better for it. The overhangs being 2 foot, and the covered porches and that kind of stuff, all of that lends to the energy efficiency and quality in the home, so that you're not having as much maintenance in the future as well. So that's where we start. And then so when we do the slab, we're actually insulating the slab. When we're building the framing on the home, we're looking at every little bit of what we can do to increase the amount of insulation in the home, whether it's the spacing of the studs, or if it's the headers and how they're designed and built, so that we can maximize the amount of insulation that are in them. How about, you know, having no dead air pocket wall in the walls, that they're either filled with insulation or lumber. So of course insulation is preferable. So we're looking at all of that throughout the framing process. And plumbing and air conditioning, we actually design and look and see where's the best place for that water heater, so that you'll have minimum amount of space between it and all the hot water fixtures, so that you're minimizing the use of hot water, and also getting hot water faster to the fixtures. So there's a lot of benefits when you start doing things right. You know, you get one thing right and you go, wow, that's a great benefit. You know, that now they're not having to wait as long to get their hot water at their sinks, because I've shortened and minimized all the hot water lines in the home. So, so that's water efficiency as well as energy efficiency, right? So looking at that, you know, the electrician and where we're putting wiring and how we're running the wiring in the house, so that we're minimizing whatever's in the outside walls, and you know, all of this is important. All the trades are all on board. Then the kind of windows that we use, and how we put the wrap around the houses, and how it's tight, and it's actually the house wrap is put on properly, where there are no leaks or tears and what have you in it. The windows are flashed properly to the house wrap. The brick flashing as well is done right with the house wrap and the sheathing on the house. All of this is really, really important when we're doing the framing of the houses. When we're putting up the air conditioning systems, we're actually, for indoor air quality reasons, we'll put cardboard at the end of all the vents when they put them in, so that none of the construction debris and dust and pollutants get into the air ducts in the building process. So there's every step of the way as we're building the home, we're trying to consider indoor air quality and energy efficiency, resource efficiency, water efficiency, indoor air quality. Everything about green building has got to be thought well through every step of the building process. And the plumbing fixtures, of course, are low flow, so that you're not wasting so much water when you're using the water in the home. We're using a tankless water heater, and on the tankless water heater, you don't have a tank, so basically you have a heat exchanger. When the water starts to flow, the burners kick on, so you never ever run out of hot water, but you're not sitting there keeping 50 or 40 or 30 gallons of water hot for the 10, 15 minutes, maybe hour a day that you're going to use hot water. So there's a lot of benefits to the tankless hot water heaters. The kind of roofing we use, the underlayment for the roofing, when we do foam insulation in all our homes. So we use open cell foam, and again, it's all about cost and benefit analysis, and we found that that is the most efficient, cost-effective way to not just insulate the home, but also seal the home. So the home is really, really tight, really well sealed, where you don't have the infiltration of humidity and pollutants from the outside, because hot wants to find cold and humid wants to find dry, and that hot, humid air outside is always trying to find every nook and crevice in your house that there is for it to come into your nice and cool environment. The air conditioning system that we use not only controls temperature, but it also controls humidity. We have a complete return air system. So all the rooms that have a door that closes has both supply air in them and a return air. So when that door is closed, you get really good circulation of air in that room. So that, because again, if you don't get good circulation in other areas, you're getting good circulation, then humidity levels tend to rise, pollutant levels tend to rise in those areas that don't have good circulation of air. So that's really, really important that we have good circulation of air. And again, I touched on that it does humidity control as well as temperature control. And it's really important in a home to get, and that's tight, to control humidity. The reason for that is once the humidity gets over 60%, then bugs, mold, mildew, bacteria, everything you don't want in a home likes that kind of environment and will thrive in that kind of environment. Human beings are more comfortable when the humidity levels are less than 60%. You're not as sticky and muggy and feel cruddy like you would when those humidity levels rise. So you can actually set a higher temperature on your thermostat and keep your humidity level at a reasonable spot and feel just as good in your home, because it's a little bit drier environment and you don't feel so muggy and sticky as you would. You can get really in a really cold home that has a lot of humidity and still doesn't feel good. And so it's really huge that humidity is controlled in the home. And then also like the vent fans on the cooktop and in the bathrooms are vented all the way through the house, where that way when you're cooking, when you're bathing, when you're showering, using that hot water, you got to exhaust that humidity to the outside of the house so that you're not accumulating and building up humidity in your house. So we have that, we make life easy on you with the kind of vent hood that we use. It really is a good vent hood. The bath fans in the bathrooms are on timers, because a lot of people, even if they know what they're there for, they don't want to turn on those bath fans because they don't want to have to go back to turn them off, because people are like that. If you turn it on, then they worry about, oh, I'm not going to use it because I'm going to have to come back and turn it off in 20 or 30 minutes. So we put timers on the bath fans to make sure that the customers use them. And then the other big thing, of course, that I've talked about in green building is homeowner education. So you really got to tell the homeowner what the home is all about, why what they got to do and how they got to do it and why they got to do it. So that's a big part of our role at the very end when we're handing the home over to the customer, is to make sure they understand all these features in their homes. Another big indoor air quality feature that we put in all our home is the vent fan in the garage. The vent fan in the garage is running all the time, venting the garage, so that you always have clean air in the garage, no exhaust or fumes or fertilizer, off-gassing, gasolines or oils, anything like that you might keep in your garage. Then you don't have as much of that coming into your house because we have let it out of the house. Our attics are conditioned attics, so when you go up into the attic where the air conditioning is above the home, it is about the same temperature as the home. The attic space above the garage, we actually use bigger lumber, so we deck it for our customers so that they have a little bit more storage above their attic space. There's hardly any temperature difference between the attic and inside the home. And again, that's where your air conditioner doesn't have to work near as hard, and it just works out really, really well. The home is a very private area for a family. I mean, that's where you live your life. That's where you have your most, your secrets and how you like to live, and all your little quirks in life are in your home. So we really try hard to understand our customers and their needs in their homes. So when we're working with an existing customer, we actually listen. We'll ask the right questions and we'll listen to see what do I got to do to make this the most livable for my customers. And sometimes it gets really, really personal, and how they live and their habits and that kind of stuff. But the more we learn, the more we know about the customer, then the more we can build a better home for them to accommodate their needs in that home. So I'm a certified aging in place specialist, so we don't use narrower doorways. We try to use as big a doorways as possible, make life easy as we can on the customers, whether they need it for accessibility or they're just a little bit big like myself. And so the front door, we try to put at least if we put a single door on the house, it's a 3.5 foot wide door, so that it has easy access for your furniture. Your doors to the bedrooms, now mind you, some of them, if increasing, all of this is give and take, but we do the best that we can to give you as wide a door as possible into the bedrooms, into the bathrooms, into the closets. And we block for grab bars around the bathtub and then around the toilet, so that in case in the future somebody wanted to put grab bars up, then they're easy to put up and they're sturdy for them. So there's a lot of little things that we think of for accessibility to make sure that people can get around their house no matter their abilities or lack thereof. The future is the connected home. We're so connected with our cell phones to just about everything, the internet, where our kids are, shopping, maps, and everything is on our phone, and we can't be without our phone. So the next step is, how do we make the home connected where it's usable? So now we're actually using, for those customers that do want an alarm system, we give them an alarm system that is the base of a connected home. It's the hub, it's the keypad, it's all wireless, and it's easily expandable with doggy doors or cameras or door locks or light switches or thermostats or whatever you can think of to automate your home, garage door openers, and being able to control them and look and see what's going on in your home from your phone. So all of that is it's amazing stuff, and it's really the next big thing that's coming around the corner for all of us to get on, is that connected home, so that our customers feel as connected to their home as they do to their telephone. We try to make our homes as easy as possible with the kind of wiring that we put in for customers who want to use any kind of video distribution in their home or Ethernet wiring. All our wiring, for instance, for phone, which hardly anybody uses anymore, is the Ethernet wire. So it's very easy, and it's all run to a central location, and so is our cable wiring in a box where you can put components in there. It makes it really, really easy with a plug in that box, so you can use that. You put your router in there, you can hardwire everything in your house and bring it into that point, and then distribute it however you want to distribute it, whether it's internet or whether it's connectivity throughout the home for watching TV or what have you. Then you can actually hardwire. Although wireless is getting strong, but there's nothing faster than wired connections. So for those who need that fast connection, it's really, really easy for you to do in our homes. We try the very best to put you together and make the home easy once you've moved in. It's just the only way that we see is the best way for you to build a home, is do the hard stuff. It's not hard when you're building the home, like the wiring of the home, but it sure is hard to run that Ethernet wire after all the walls and the sheetrock's in. Pyramid Homes we build all over East Texas. We have a subdivision in Flint in the Tyler area, and we have one in Longview in the Harrison County side of Longview. The Oasis South, which is located 7 miles south of the Loop on Broadway, is a 180 home subdivision. We've got about 30 more homes to build, and there's plenty of room for you to come on. We got lots for you, and we'll be able to design and build exactly what you want. We do keep inventory in both subdivisions. The Oasis South subdivision is in the Owens Hubbard Lee schools of the Tyler School District. I personally like the bigger school districts because you have a lot of choice. If you have a kid who needs help, whether it's because they're slow or because they're fast learners, or they're talented in different areas, then the big school districts tend to have more programs to nurture these talents and help with these deficiencies that your kid might have. So I really like the Tyler School District, and especially the Owens Hubbard Lee schools, because they're some of the best schools I believe around here. The Oasis South has a nice little neighborhood park where it's nice. We see families always in there playing and the kids knowing each other. There are concrete streets and street lights, and so there's a lot to offer for the homeowner in Oasis South. Fenced backyards, sodded and landscaped front yards, sprinkler systems all the way throughout the yard. You know, it's just really a real nice subdivision, homey, and there's plenty of people there for you to get to know. You know, the location of Oasis South is really good. Back when I started, people said, "What are you doing building way out there? There's not even a Walmart near you." Well, the first thing that happened is the Walmart on Broadway opened up. And now we have the biggest shopping center in the state being developed right here about 3 miles down the road from us. You're minutes from 49. It's a whole lot faster from Oasis South to get around that new loop and go to Dallas, for instance, than it is if you're in town, because you got to fight the traffic to either get to the loop or the I-20 to be able to get to Dallas. So it's really ideally located. There's all kinds of emergency and clinics and what have you that are near here within 5 to 10 minutes. So the hospitals are about 15-20 minutes away. Even the UT Health Northeast is less than 25 minutes away from here. So it's really well located for all your needs. The Palm subdivision in Longview is located right on Highway 80, about a mile east of Eastman Road on 80 or Marshall. And again, it's in the Harrison County side of the city of Longview. So we have all the city services: fire, water, police, ambulance, sewer, trash. But we're in the Hallsville School District. Hallsville School District is the best school district anywhere in and around Longview. So we're blessed to have our property inside the city and in a really, really good school district in the Longview area. It's located less than 2 miles from either hospital in Longview. It's located less than 2 miles away from the biggest shopping area in Longview. So it's really, really well located in Longview, as well as the features of the neighborhood. It'll eventually have 350 homes. Right now we've only built about 29 homes, so we've got a long ways to go in that neighborhood. We plan a big neighborhood park. There's a big area that's going to be greenland for the neighborhood, for walking and biking and nature trails and the such. Again, both neighborhoods, Oasis South has the home sizes are generally between 1,500 and 2,800 square feet, and that's the same in Longview. We're really, really keen about our customers getting what they want in their home. So we talk to you, and if we got to tweak one of our plans for it to fit for you and your family, we can do that. We build custom homes all over East Texas, anywhere from Marshall to Athens, from Gilmer to Jacksonville, and every area between here and there. With our custom homes, we do what the customers want. We could work off of their plans, we could work off of our plans, we can help them develop plans. We are really, really keen to, again, understanding our customer, listening to our customer, and then seeing what they want. We're really good at listening, because without listening, you don't have understanding. And it's important for us to understand our customer to make sure that we give them the best product possible. So the covered porches are standard, the big front door, the nice tile entry that has designs in it. We actually look at the designs of our homes to make sure that all the major walkways through the home are tile and not carpet, so that you're not wearing out carpet. Because that's really why most people have to change out their carpet, is because the wear area, the passageways in that home get worn out. The rest of the carpet looks good, but you got those worn out and you have to replace your carpet. So we make sure that those the major walkways or passageways through the home are tile, and that's done in the design stage so that make sure everything lines up and what have you. We use beautiful custom cabinets in our home, well appointed with a lot of features and trim, and there's just solid wood, beautiful cabinets, custom made for every home. We do granite countertops. We've got a upscale Whirlpool appliance package, just standard, with a 30-inch self-cleaning oven, a nice big microwave built in above it, a sealed cooktop, really nice dishwasher that actually cleans the dishes, and very quiet as well. The Vent-A-Hood will suck the soup out of the pot. It's just a good Vent-A-Hood, and that's what you want to make sure you have. You always want to use your Vent-A-Hood when you're cooking because you're producing humidity, and you want to decrease the amount of humidity in the home. So always use your Vent-A-Hood while you're cooking. The other features are, we put in a nice tile shower in the master bathroom. We have a big jetted tub in the master bathroom, his and her sinks, the vanities. We try to use space up really well in the home. And so every little nook and cranny in the cabinets we try to use in front of the sink. We got little pull-outs that you can put, your little wash rags and scrubbing pads in. We organize above the oven and put dividers so you can, sort and stack your cookie sheets in a nice, neat way that's easy to get to. We give you a recycle bin in the kitchen where you have a couple of trash cans in there and you use for trash or recycling, whatever, but that's part of it. The drawer underneath the cooktop opens up, and it's not just a little blank piece of wood. So we try to use up a space as much as possible. The laundry room, we try to make sure that in all our designs there's a place for a small cabinet with a counter space, because you always want to set stuff down, and the only place really other than on top of the a dryer is the floor. So we try to give you a cabinet with a drawer and a door for you to put your stuff in there, a hanging rod with a shelf, and the cabinets above the washer and dryer to store your towels or soap or whatever you want to store in your laundry room. The garages are good size 20 by 22 garages with, actually what we do for indoor air quality in the garage, we put a vent fan in there that runs all the time. And what that does is it exhausts your garage all the time from any car exhaust or fumes from gasolines or fertilizer or whatever you might be storing in your garage, because again, you don't want that stuff going into your home. The bedrooms all have Ethernet wiring and cable wiring in all the rooms. The ceilings are a minimum of 9 foot, and if not, there's a box or something in there in the bedrooms to raise those ceilings. The covered back porch, we make sure that you have water, electrical, and gas, if there's gas available in your area. And both of our neighborhoods have gas. So we put all 3 utilities on your back porch to make it easy for you to do any kind of outdoor cooking arrangements that you want. If you want to do a little outdoor kitchen or the barbecue and you want to make sure you have water nearby and what have you for washing and using and that kind of stuff, we just make sure all those utilities are there on or near the back porch. We do eave plugs in the front of the house on a switch inside so that you could plug your Christmas lights in them, and it makes it really easy to turn them on and off on that switch behind your front door. Or you could change it out for a timer if you'd like and make life even easier for you. The windows that we use are very highly efficient windows that let in the light but don't let in much of the heat, and they're very good, well insulated, double pane glass with low E glass and argon and everything you can ask for in a window. It's just really, really good windows that we put in the homes. The back doors all have glass from the kitchen to the back porch, and then we have a mini blind between the glass so that you're not banging the door with a blind, and you don't have to clean it because it's between glass and what have you. So it raises, lowers, tilts, does everything a regular blind would do, but it's just really a nice little feature to have.
A green home is a healthier home because of the way it's built. And when we say the healthiest home possible, one that has the least amount of allergens in there and triggers that may cause asthma. the way we filter the air in our home, the tightness of how we build our home, all contribute to excellent indoor air quality for you and your family. Besides, most people just want the cleanest air for their kids to breathe day in and day out.
Save money, breathe easy. You're in a Pyramid Homes home.